welcome back folks, another video, back on the engine again. Gonna get this manifold off finally, and then get rid of it. I think it's still got oil in it, so I might take the oil out this time, disconnect the fuel rail, and then any other ancillaries on it, and then actually get it out. So without any more chatting or whatever, just gonna crack on with it. So yeah, let's go.
What's happened?
These have all been soaking for a bit, and I sprayed a little bit more on before I started the video, so that has come off a lot easier. Barely move it the last time. There you go, easy. These are M12 nuts. I think before I take it off, I'll try and get that lambda sensor out. And if it's not coming out, it's staying in there. Don't need it out. I think it's 22. Tell you what, got some crow's feet sockets, so maybe see if they're any better. So we've got the crow's foot fitting, but seems that this is being really stubborn, so it's getting left. I'm not going to waste any more time trying to get that off. We will continue with the actual manifold itself. Set manifold off. Yep, so there's the manifold. Ooh. I don't know what that is on there. It looks like there's been some putty or something. Focus on that. Whatever it is, it's not very nice. I can't imagine the exhaust was sealed very well. There's the gasket. Yeah, the gasket here. Oh dear. Which again, doesn't look very clean or tidy. Same in the back edge. I mean, there's two here. That split gasket. I mean, I don't really know anything about gaskets. You can see there, there's a load of gunk. So that's obviously some paste. You can see it on the bottom there. I'll zoom you in a little bit. You can see on the bottom there, there's some paste all along there, and that's where that bit that's built up is in there. So they've obviously had a problem. Someone's released released the manifold, stuck some paste in, and then screwed it back down. There's a load of crap there as well, look. Yeah, not very clever. Right. Next, I'll put these back on just so I know where they are. I'll give them a quick rub with a wire brush first. I mean, this isn't a wire brush, but that'll do. And as if by magic, they're all back on. So I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty confident that the only thing that is connecting the engine, well, to the engine bay is obviously this mount here, and we've got the fuel rail here, which is held on by 2 Allen bolts. They're probably T6 or T8, and we've got this hose here, which carries round to your master slave cylinder here. So just a case of undoing that in there. It's just a little Jubilee clip with a posi drive on it. That'll pop off. You probably get a little bit of hydraulic fluid coming out of there. Undo the fuel rail, lift that up, move out of the way over here, and then I should be able to undo these 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts, and the engine should just be hanging free. I've got it supported underneath with this axle stand, and then I'll get my trolley jack in just to give me a little bit of help to lower it down, and then that's it. Fingers crossed. So we'll get that hose off at the back. Once that's disconnected, we will move on to the fuel rail next, which is just there. 1, 2. So now that fuel rail's disconnected, it should just pull off, but it's been a while since I've had one of these off. I'm sure there's more to it than that. I think these bits just come off. No, not those bits. I think it is those bits actually, yeah. So they got these little metal clips that hold the rail onto the injector. Zoom in. So that there, focus. I'm not focusing. It's like come out of there. So we go on to the next one. Come on. Least magnetic magnet in the world. Come on. Goodness sake. Oh, that's gone now. Down the back. There we go. Got it. There we go. Right, well, the last one's in behind that mount, so I might struggle with that one. Oh no, the fuel rail's moving. That's coming off nice and easy. Come on. That's the last one off. Bend it a little bit, bend it back into shape. There you go. Bend it back into shape. I'm hoping that when I lift this off, the fuel doesn't go everywhere, but it's not under pressure, so it shouldn't, but there's probably going to be a little bit of residual fuel in the rail that's going to come out, so I've got a rag to hand.
I feel like every time you're on the radio on a show that's not your own, it gets referenced how nice you smell. So do members of the public ever go, oh yeah, you do smell nice actually?
I know, I did the coming off day, by the way, where I forgot to put scent on. The reputation we have.
That's that one off. Oh, it popped. Well, either that, the injector's come out. I think the injector's come out. And there we go, there's the fuel coming out. It will evaporate anyway. There's another bit of fuel pouring out.
Smelling lovely in here, guys. We'll be glad to hear. And we've got you in, Danny, to tell us all about tomorrow night, because our favourite trailer has been back on the radio. Oslo, Berlin.
It's great, isn't it?
Because it's Europe's biggest
Pop this off as well, actually.
So this is the most nervous I get for a radio show ever.
Really?
Well, people say, do you still get nervous for it? I'm like, oh no, it's just really exciting, you know.
Whatever that is, I don't know.
You throw in, the whole continent might be listening.
But there's a hose that runs underneath to the back.
If anyone's hearing this the first time, what is Europe's biggest dance show? Europe's biggest dance show is...
Nice smell of petrol at the moment.
I've been more nervous about that. It's a feat of technology, that.
Yeah, it is. And we've had problems over the years with...
that hose off.
across Europe are allowed to swear. So quite get the rules that we have here.
Stick that back in.
But hopefully by year 3, which is tomorrow, we will have understood everything. The music is the most fun thing.
Pull that hose through.
It's great. So for tomorrow being a very big show then, does this mean you're doing a triple spray off the cologne? 10 countries deserves 10 sprays.
Yeah, without a doubt. Wow. Without a doubt.
Right, what's holding this in? So, the injectors that have come out have obviously brought the electrical side of it that goes to the ECU. The ones that haven't come out are still connected to the electrical loom. So, I mean, I could take that off. The injector should just come out. Right, pliers. There's one. And the last one is the one in the back, which should come out real easy. These gloves are terrible. Yeah, so camera shut down because it's too hot. Silly camera. You've just watched me taking the fuel rail off and the these are the, what do you call them, injectors. You see there, they have, come on, focus. Can you focus? You got 4 little holes, and they spray the fuel into the engine, and then obviously come in the top there, electrically controlled using that, which goes through to the ECU. Yeah, to the injector. Right, so the camera overheated and turned itself off. I thought it ran out of battery. No, it was obviously too hot. I don't know what temperature it was today, like 18 degrees. It wasn't that much warmer in the garage, so I don't know why it turned off. But anyway, the fuel rail is off somewhere. Over there. There. Well, I don't know. There it is. So it's here. Fuel rail's here. Let's zoom in so you can see that a bit better. That's the fuel rail. Disconnected the wiring harness from it. That runs along there. So that is just tucked out the way here. Basically, that's the last bolt here. I'm going to take this bolt out, and this is what's holding the engine to the engine mount. 2 bolts there, and you've got this arrangement here, which is, well, that was tight, but I've tightened up the other strap on the other side. This is tighter now to lift it off the stand that was down there, and this one is now loose. So once I take the engine mount off, and I've got my jack ready to go down there. Come on, there we go. Where's my hand? What my hand doing there? There's my jack there. So I got my hand ready to go. I got my jack ready to go to prop up the engine, and then I'll slowly lower it down. That is the plan anyway. So yeah, let's get on with it. I mean, you can see there the engine's moving pretty freely, so it's literally just hanging on by a thread. Actually, and that's me supporting it with the jack. I'm just thinking I'm probably better dropping the oil out of it just now, or I might just leave the oil in it. I don't know. Nah, the oil's going to stay in it, I think. Right, let's get this taken out. Right, so I found my 16mm socket, finally. Here we go. Oh Jesus, that does not want to come off. Wow. Jesus Christ. Right, try a longer bar. Oh dear. Right. There we go. Right. And now that's loose, I'll get the jack back in. An engine mount bolt, slightly chewed up on the end. Why won't you focus on that? Focus. Right, next one. Oh, need the other bar. Oh no, yeah, take them off. Probably would have been easier just to take those off to start with. Jesus. Right. One. Two. In the back there, let me get into that. Ooh. Jesus. And that's a 14mm on top of there. I'll just show you what we're doing. So that, taking that one out, that's this big boy here. These two are loose. I'm going to take that one off and that one to loosen this little cross member so I can get into this one at the back here. And then, I mean, the engine's free now on the main mount. I'm not going to jack it up anymore because it's literally just been held on the sump. Here's my trolley jack. That one off as well. It just needs to be loose enough so that I can move it out the way of that last remaining bolt. It's quite a nice strong petrol at the moment. I mean, nice if you like it. If you don't like it, it's not nice. I don't mind it. Right. I think I was trying to explain in the other video the difference between a 12 point and a 6 point. So that's a 12 point and that's a 6 point. Very different. Well, not very different. One's just got more points than the other. It's the last engine mount cracked. Basically, the engine's now stood freely on the jack, and it's connected by by these straps. Once I start to lower the jack, these are going to take the weight, and then I can slowly lower them down, bit by bit, to get the engine on the floor, and then move it out of the way. There we go, that engine is now pretty much swinging in the breeze. There's the top part of the engine mount. That's what's left of it there. That's the bottom part there. The rubber foot. Now is just make sure there shouldn't be anything connected. I mean, I can see that there's nothing connected. There's no gearbox. There's nothing else. So that literally just hang in there. Right, actually what I'm going to do is get this out of the way. Let's get you over here so you can get a better view of what's going on. Right, so I'm going to jack this back up a touch just for safety. I don't want to, once I release this, that whole side's going to drop down. I want it to drop nice and slowly, and that's what I'm going to use the jack for. Oh, that's more coolant. Right, so what I'll do now is keep that there. Come on, right. Right. Release that a little bit. Pull it out. What I'm going to do, I think, is a bit Heath Robinson, but I'm going to just get these two straps like that. I mean, the engine's not that heavy. And I'm just going to release, I'm going to hold on and then lower down using the hydraulics of the jack. Pull out a little bit. Come on, that'll do. Right, there we go, and that is nicely down. Right, what I'll do, I think, secure that there just now. Don't go anywhere. pry that off. Right. And there we go, that is the engine down. And I spilt a bit of coolant whilst I was doing that, just because the engine was kind of at that angle, so a bit of coolant came out, but that'll dry up. And that is, if you like that, give me a thumbs up. If it was a bad example of how to take an engine out, I don't know. I mean, it's quite a small engine. It's only a 4-cylinder, single overhead cam. You know, it's not heavy. Obviously, if I dropped on my toes, it would have hurt. But yeah, you don't need an engine jack for that. I don't know what they're called. So yeah, done, out. I'm going to move that out of place just now, so I'll stick the camera over in the corner, and you can I'll record it so you can laugh at me when you're watching me struggle moving this around. But yeah, that's what I'm here for, your entertainment. I've somehow managed to just balance the engine on the jack. Don't ask me how I've done that. For anyone that's interested, these are climbing carabiners. Let's move back on the jack. And there we go. That's it. Steady now. Get this moved out the way. Well, I've done what I said I was going to do. Can't get any better than that. That is one empty engine bay. And there's the engine there. So I might start calling this Polo Corner or Polo Alley, Spares Alley, whatever. Let me know what you think. 2 years past a freckle again, so I think it's time to call it a day. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.